Well, hello everyone. Here to show you the Big Bird classroom memories coloring right here. As you see with him drew right here is a Big Bird, and along right here you got the the classroom memories, and talking about the ABCs, and then 1, 2, 3s, and then the fact about is that what I remember from whenever I was in school was that whenever I was in the first and second grade is you have got the classroom page. Is like if most of us, but most of the kids here remember that whenever in the classroom that there would be like a little button right here on the wall. I think usually it was right underneath the chalkboard. You got the chalkboard right here, right underneath the chalkboard, and right up here would be like it's a speaker. It's kind of like a microphone as you have right here. Is you got the the button will be at about right here on the bottom or on the top, and then it'll be like a little microphone right here where you can speak through. And of course, that for customer pay, it'll be for the classroom page. It is that they would have it to where that you would page something that is like it would be like for say that guy the principal, or say the whoever was there in the office would be able to answer the pages. And a lot of times is that you would have it to where that you would push the button. That the teachers a lot of times would push the button if they need something in the classroom. But I remember that the memories from what I heard from the customer for the classroom page was that that you would have it to where that it would say can you please send so and so to the classroom, or can I have something sent to the classroom, or bring me something from the office, or whatever you call it. And then they said, well, okay, we'll go ahead and page you. Call that number. Apparently they went by they would go by different room numbers. It's room C12 or something like that, and then they would have it to where that they would respond to the classroom page just by going and working with the intercom, working with the system of theirs, that they would page the classroom, and then they would talk to the teacher, and then they would get back to it's like like a three-way radio type page right there. Is like where you have like a radio where you can communicate between whatever that was going on in the school. It's like with so far with like walkie-talkie radios, something like that. But I remember that a lot of times is that what I would usually hear for the classroom page a lot of times would be the principal talking, and a lot of times with the principal talking, good morning, class. Good morning, class. Today that we will be, let's say the assembly will be coming, will be at between 10:30 and 11, and then of course it's like can like hello, can you please send so and so to the principal's office, or something like that. Or it could be is that they would announce something was canceled. Good morning, good morning, Paramount students, or something like that. But other than that they would have there would be a lot of times a classroom page for like the attendance about anything that assemblies or whatever you call it going on in the school, that they would go on details about it, about anything that going on in the school that you would hear about it. And then of course that they would do like you say the Pledge of Allegiance. I remember that I pledge allegiance to the flag. But a lot of times is that memories can go on and on. But of course that if you have it to where you got the classroom page, and then along with the assembly, and then along with DOL, and then along with the spelling bee. And I remember that I don't even know if it was a spelling bee, but I used this like triceratops, and then just like the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is that is supercalifragilistic, and then but basically it's like for most of us, if we heard from like the movie Mary Poppins, but basically is I guess you say it's like a I don't know if it's a French or if it's a Spanish for excelente or something like that, it's like a song. I guess I heard it. It's a song that they would sing for happy cheers. It is, but basically is that they would give you I don't think I ever was in a spelling bee, but of course plays whenever I was younger, that I was in plays, and I remember that you did plays quite a few of them. I remember did one for the Ugly Duckling and such. But then, of course, one thing that I did do that I remember that they would have you attend. It was in a gymnasium, but I remember that they would, whenever I was about, I would probably say whenever I was about 7 years old, that 7, 8 years old, that they would have you walk up into a microphone, and they would have it to where you would speak to a microphone, and they would ask you a trivia question. And I remember that trivia question was related to the dinosaurs. That they would ask you to name the dinosaur, the three-horned face, or whatever you call it, the one with the scale plate or something like that. And but I remember that they would ask me to name a dinosaur, and they would describe it to me. And I remember that it took me, I think, about 15-20 seconds to answer the question, because I was I think I was I don't know if I was sitting standing in front of my parents or whatever whenever I would be giving out the answer. I think I would that other students there at the school would be announcing or whatever that it would be like go stand up in front of a microphone, and then it's like, which I thought that was kind of neat though. It's like a lot of times I would probably say that it's kind of neat to be known for recognized, as if you're gonna be catching something from the outdoors, or what do you say. And then of course they had this activity too, where in the first and second grade that they allow you to where you can you can have chickens. It's like you have baby chickens, and it's like ducks or whatever, that they would have it to where be like a science project, that they would have it to where it's like the chickens have you have it to where they would be in like a little aquarium, and then they would hatch, and then they would let you play with them until they send them out to a farm. But basically, is what I have right here is write down a few stories from what I remember from whenever I was in grade school, first and second grade. It was that, of course, is that with poems. That if most of us have wrote a poem before, it's like such as stories, and so it could be vocabulary, or maybe a science project, or maybe groups, or whatever you call it. That I whenever I was in of course my memories can probably go on and on, but basically talking about is for the classroom page and along with the assembly. That of course it's like the classroom page could be is that is like like, hello, can you please send so and so to the principal's office? And I remember my mom and I we would make a joke about that like, this is this is what you sound like, son. You sound like you don't sound like an hello, mommy. Like I had fun today at school. It would sound like hello, mommy. I had fun today at school. If I have any homework, I don't have any homework tonight, but maybe tomorrow. And of course it could be related to, it's like, hello, can you please send so and so to the guy's office, with the number 2 pencil, or it could be like hello everybody, I'm here to announce that the assembly for 10:30 has been rescheduled, for Tuesday or something like that, and then But other than that, is that you would have it to where you got the classroom page and all the dinosaurs. But the study about the dinosaurs along with the spelling bee. But anybody, of course, if they want to know more from what I know, is leave a comment. Say on YouTube, on my YouTube page whenever you have a chance. But other than with the reading glasses right here, with my reading glasses, and then along with this, like you pick that certain color. It's like you go ahead and go ahead and use the white blue wonder it is, but you have words of the chalkboard, and then along with the classroom memories of the different things that I remember that what I did in the classroom, such as other than story time or whatever, but with the classroom page, and then along with the assemblies. But I remember that was one thing that of course that I want to be known as. I wanted to be known and recognized for what you call is that if I wanted to catch something, and people were like, did you catch something, man? Yeah. But other than that, I really don't think I ever caught anything really that students, other classmates really want to look at. But on the other hand, too, that I remember that if you were to maybe to find a fossil or collect a fossil, then a lot of people would probably say that well, it's like, well, what kind of fossil? Maybe talking about maybe a fossil like that, like this right here, that maybe be carved into stone. And I would probably say that a lot of times say that maybe hard to find. Depending on, it's like from where you are. It's like if you find a fossil or any interesting rock that you want to look at or something like that. But other than that, for the classroom page, is you have it to where it's like you'd be talking on a microphone, and then with the toys that we have now, it's like you do the announcement to give yourself an A for the hard work. But other than that, it's like for the classroom memories of the story, the classroom memories coloring.